boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game. He believes so strongly in this wide receiver. He has been in the top 5 all season in receiving yards. Nobody can cover this guy. We've seen every type of different defense. Bracket, zone. Nobody has been able to stop him this year. Let's see if he's able to have a similar impact on this game today. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. The Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Iowa's offense to go on the attack first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the... on that side, what do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But, Palmer, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week.
Brings into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second.
Maybe a crease. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. Here's a gift to Malton. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Julian Sayin. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now. And the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Right back to the well. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Saying from the gun on third down. Got his man. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. That is their sophomore defensive end, and as with any injury, they hope this is just a momentary thing. Holly will check on him in a bit. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running inside, it's Jackson. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Throwing, say it. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The run inside. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Sayet. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. Now the connection takes it to the 11. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
defense.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Now improvising. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, I know that one falls. But as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
From the gun on third down, Sayin. Finds his big tight end. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Those out routes are timing routes, right? He's going to go upfield, stick his foot in the ground, and you know he's going straight towards the sideline, and I'm going to lead him right towards the sideline. Great throw, great catch.
To the air on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Turns it on in midfield. Turning it on. Gets down, and like this say touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun with Kamari Malton.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down coming up. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
But how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
A little screen to the running back. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the 1st quarter, getting your 1st sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Quick completion to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Moulton. Here's a little room there. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that 1st drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the 2nd drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the 1st down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Trying to find the end zone. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Now, you got to love the effort by this defense. They gave up some yards. They got down, though, to 3rd and goal. Money down on 3rd down, and they make the big play. They get pressure. They get the sack, and now it's even better because now you force a 4th and goal, but you backed them up a little bit and made this 4th down hard.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running inside, it's Rodgers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll go right back to him. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Fires to the big fella. Runs through a man. He might have space. Tackled at the 43 after picking up.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Looking downfield. Got his man all by himself. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Run inside. It's Jackson. Makes him talk to the hand.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Say it. On target. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. The Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's West. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And the Buckeyes need to pick it up on 4th down. Fourth down, say it. He caught it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space opened up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
Now on 1st down from the 30. They'll move the tight end. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Defense looks as if it's coming. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
It is such a luxury for a defensive coordinator when you know you can get after the quarterback. This is the best team in the nation right now in getting sacks, whether they rush 4, 5, or 6. Time and time again, when they get the opponent in a passing situation, they're able to get home and create negative plays.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running into the open space. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with a relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Saya makes the grab down the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Here's Sayin to throw. Looking deep down the right side. Snared on the outside. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing
gets away from one, finds some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half, get momentum, and start feeling confident about themselves.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Throws to the tight end. Finds space on the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Here's the pressure. They're working that left side. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field to score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation?
Makes the catch. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Quarterback moving. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
The extra point is blocked. Picks it up. That's a live ball. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Running inside, it's West. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. And it's the Fighting Irish trying to stay perfect as they eye a 5th straight win. It's been a dream start to the season, and really this game here today as well. Time to find out if they can finish the job. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game at Kinnick Stadium. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And of course his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with Ohio State's head coach coming out of the locker room. They understand all of the hype and excitement surrounding their wide receiver, and they are trying to get him the ball, but it just hasn't gone that way so far in this game. I know they want to target him here early, try to regain some of that confidence and momentum. We'll see if he can get into a rhythm with his quarterback here to start the third. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now...
Maybe some room here. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The run inside. It's Jackson.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, say it. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He is a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make them feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Sayin under fire. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He'll take a shot. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a one-possession game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. On that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
Keeps it on first down. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They go to the counter, finding some room. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get concerned, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Reads it, fires complete. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Takes the handoff. It's Phillips. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it. At this point, that looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half if they keep giving him the football.
Got a little grass. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Really nice job executing the reverse on that play, and it's all about the misdirection because the running back has it, you're getting the fast flow by the defense, and then he laterals it to the receiver going the other way, who's able to use his speed, outflank the defense, and it's a big explosive play for the O.
Running the red zone, it's Phillips. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Running inside, it's West. Makes it past the marker. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Here's Julian saying to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on 1st down.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
They'll go play action with Sayet. He'll pull it down and run. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Cross. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Motion from the wide receiver. Say it. Going over the top. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the run, it's West. Breaks into the open. The 20. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jones. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think at this point of the game now in the 2nd half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. My goodness, he unloads on that one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Great place to start for this offense. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. offense gets set for second down. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Sayin from the gun on third down. Finds his man down the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Play fake, Julian Sayin. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Sayin to throw. Right on the money. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. Got a man. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the failed field goal attempt, still a 12-point game. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. On the move, it's Phillips. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down. They got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football. But this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
Complete. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. runs through the tackle. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. Really good concept there to just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. 3rd down play from the gun. Steps away. He's going to run it. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now on 1st down from the 43.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at in the field.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Pressure coming. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Just going to keep it after the snap. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Timeout called by the defense. 2:09 remaining on the clock.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throw it. Say it. Get it out on the screen. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly that secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down, using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Right back to him on the ground. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Man, that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.